Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. So rather than having these words in a typical sentence order, I have them kind of branching from each other because this is more a family tree than a sentence. With that being said, I do have this start here and rotation marker, which is where I will go ahead and start reading. So you read the script starting at the bottom and going counterclockwise, and this tells you which direction counterclockwise is, because it's like an eyeball looking counterclockwise, and where the bottom is, because this is at the bottom of our word circle here. So anyway, we have this start marker, which points to this word first. So this word, we have our sentence circle kind of going around it, and we have our word circle itself inside it. So this word circle here starts with this vowel consonant team. So consonants are bigger circles or divots, so bigger circles or divots, and vowels are little guys. They're these smaller circles. So we have the consonant and vowel together, stacked in the same position, and letters with the same stem can be stacked. So a consonant and vowel will be stacked like these. Otherwise, you can stack any letters in the same row. And consonants are read before vowels. So we would read this consonant before this vowel, even though this vowel is at the bottom more than this consonant. So this is an N because it has a completed circle inside our word circle with one line modifier. So one line ends on this completed circle, and it is inside our word circle. So that would be an N. So N, and then we have an A outside our word circle. So vowels that are outside the word circle are always an A. So NA, then we have this shallow divot with no dots and no lines, that would be a T, and here's another A, because again our word circle continues around here, and an E would have to be snuggled in that mouth of that divot, whereas an A is outside the word circle. So TA, and then we have this shallow divot, but it has two dots, so that would be an SH, and then another A. So that would be Natasha, and I'm just going to put that there. It's hard to read. Well, whatever. We'll just do that. So there's Natasha, and then we have this empty space where another name could be slotted in there if and when it needs to do so. And then we continue around, and we have this circle inside this sentence circle, which has 1, 2, 3. Oh, it has a big letter stack. So this is a big letter stack here, where there's a bunch of letters all stacked on top of each other. So we're going to need to do a little bit of puzzling to figure out this one. So we're going to go ahead and grab this text tool, and in this letter stack, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots on the outer circle. So that 4-dot letter is a C. Okay, and then we have 3 dots on the inner circle. So that would be an L, because C has 4 dots, L has 3 dots. And then we have the vowel, and this vowel has a line going outwards. So vowel line going outwards is a U. Okay, so right now we haven't discussed any order of how to put this letter stack in order. And all the rules for letter stacking are here. And consonants are read before vowels, so we need to make sure that this U is behind the C and the L. Okay, then they're read thin to thick, and that's referring to the thickness of the line. So here we have a thin one. That thin one is the inside one with 3 dots, and then the thick one is the C with 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. So right now we are like this, the LC and the U, and then each slash through a vowel moves it up 1 letter in the stack. So this vowel has 1 slash through it. So we move the U up 1 letter in the stack. So making that an LUC here. This is an LUC stack. And then our last letter in this word circle has 2 dots on it. So 2 dots. And is a circle on the line of the word circle. So here's the word circle line. Here's those 2 dots on the Y, making it a Y. So that would be Lucy. And I made this letter stack like that just so I could have the U right here in this position with the line going outwards to line up with all of these other lines here. So anyway, that one's Lucy. And then we continue around to this. So this is a word that's been broken up and done in kind of a different style than the rest because I wanted it to feel a bit more like a title of the piece, which is, Bear Clan. And we have a deep divot with no modifier, so deep divot, no modifiers, that would be a B. Then we have the E right in the middle of it. BE. Then we have an A outside our word circle. And then we have a shallow divot with 3 dots, making it an R. So that would be bear. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots all part of this circle. So we have the 2 dots here, and between the two between the two letter stems, and this dot is close to this letter, and this dot is closer to this letter, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4 dots go with this letter, so that would be a C with 4 dots, and then 1, 2, 3 dots go with this letter, which would be the L, and the A here, outside our word circle, and then the N is a circle inside the word circle with 1 line modifier there. So that N is in line with Lucy, the U in Lucy. So that there is the Bear Clan bit. And then in this circle we have one more word, which is this one, which starting at the bottom we have this letter first. And it has lines passing through it, but lines don't count when they pass through letter stems. They count when they end on letter stems, and that's noted here. And this means that this has no modifiers whatsoever. It is a letter J. And then we continue around to this little circle here outside our word circle, which would be A. And then there's 1, 2, 3 lines. Let me go ahead and click on something else so that's not in the way. 1, 2, 3 lines on the M. M's got 3 lines. And there's the E in the middle of the M. And then 1, 2, 3 lines on the S right there. So, yep, James. So that one is James. Cool. So let's go ahead and branch upwards, because now we have the branching. So we have Lucy here, and Lucy's connected to these two names here. And our first name here, bottom, is this one. We have 1, 2, 3 lines attached to that, making another M, just like the M in James. And then we have an I with a line going inwards. So M-I, and then we have a CH, a deep divot with 2 dots, A outside the word circle, E on the line, and then 1, 2, 3 dots on the L. And even though this A is kind of close to this word, it's actually slightly closer to this word, so it goes there. But anyway, that's Michael. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this one here, because that is actually the same word. It's the same name. I just did it a little bit differently. I made it kind of mirrored to kind of get that nice mirrored frame. Anyway, here's another M. 1, 2, 3 lines. I, line going inwards. CH with 1, 2 dots. A, E, and then L with 3 dots. So let me go ahead and hide that real quick so we can see there's 3 dots, 3 dots, 2 dots, 2 dots. I, line going inwards. I, line going inwards. 1, 2, 3 lines on the M, 1, 2, 3 lines on the M, the A and the E, the A and the E. So there's one Michael, and here's the other Michael. And let's go ahead and read this name here next. We have a shallow divot with 1, 2, 3 lines, sneaky little lines there. So that would be an S with 3 lines. A U has a line going outwards, away from the middle of the word circle. This is another S, because it's the same as that S. Here's an A outside the word circle, and then an N, so that'd be Susan. Whereas this is another tricky word. Because this is a longer name, I did that bottom counterclockwise spiraling inward trick, where I have part of the word on the outside word circle and then another part of the word on the inside word circle. So here we have our first letter of our first word, and we have 1, 2 dots on it, so that would be a CH, R with 3 dots, I, line going inwards, and because this is on our inner word circle, this would be an A on this circle, because just like figuring out what dots go to what consonant, if you have multiple word circles, what vowels go to what word circles, or whichever one it's closest to, and I often have the A's actually touching, so that way it's a little less ambiguous as to if this is an A on this word circle or an O on this word circle. But anyway, I ramble. This is not on this word circle, it is on this inner word circle. So we have the CHRI, and then we have the S with 1, 2, 3 lines, T. So we have Chris going around the outside. And then we have our bottom of this word circle. And our first letter of this one is actually this one. I, A, N, E. So we have Christine. And Christine is a name that I struggle to spell in general, so do double check that I got it right this time. That this says this, and that is what you want it to say. So Christiane. Christiane. Yeah? Yeah. Cool. Let's go ahead and move to this last name here in this branch. And we have our sentence circle kind of going around here, except this isn't just a sentence circle, it's actually the line modifiers coming from the M. So if needed, I could put another sort of sentence circle going around this, or just leave room here to kind of connect up to whatever other name might get connected to Max. Anyway, we have our bottom here, and remember how I said for the Natasha, you read the consonant before the vowel? That's true here. We have the M and then the A, because you read the consonant and then the vowel, even though the A is lower than the M. So 1, 2, 3 lines on the M, A outside the word circle, and then this is a circle on the line of the word circle with 1, 2 lines ending on it, so that would make it an X. So that's Max. Cool. So now we have this last little family branch here. Bottom's here, this is our first name. Bottom's here, this is our first letter. 1, 2 dots makes that a K. A outside the word circle, T, shallow divot, no modifiers. These 2 dots go with this letter. And then we have the E on the line of the word circle, making that Kate. And then we have CH, 1, 2 dots on it, 1, 2, 3 dots on the R, I line going inwards, and then 1, 2, 3 lines making that an S. So there's Chris. And then we have this word, we have the S, 1, 2, 3 lines attached to it. And then we have our tricky little C here. I've got 1, 2, 3 dots closer to this letter, and 1, 2, 3 dots close to this letter. So we have 3 and 3, but there's this 4th extra sneaky little dot in the middle, so that makes 4 dots total. So that would be a C. And then we have an A, 1, 2, 3 dots on the R. And then remember how I said, 3 and 3? Well, there's 3 dots on this letter, so that would be an L. E on the line of the word circle. And then we have shallow divot 1 and shallow divot 2, so those would be 2 letter T's. So that would be Scarlet. And then our last name, this one actually starts with the A, because the L is over here and not in line with the A. If the L were here, then we would be starting with the L and then going to the A because it'd be attached. But right now, this A is not attached to any consonants. It is all by itself and is therefore the first letter, A. And then 1, 2, 3 dots on the L, the E inside it, and then 1, 2 lines on the X. So that would be Alex. So yeah, that would be that design. We're just going to change that to gray. Though this is a PNG file, so I can't change the color as easily as these. Anyway, so yeah, that is that design. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And I really hope it'll work for that engraving. I tried to make similar line thicknesses as I saw in the example piece. And I also tried to, just make them kind of thicker in general in hopes that it works. But I do have this as an SVG file, so it's pretty easy for me to change the thickness of the lines. I just have to go in and do that. So yeah, thank you. Bye.